Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Dana Ray here, and I am back tonight with another word from the Lord for you guys. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, but it's kind of late, so maybe nobody will be contacting me during this time while I'm trying to record this word. But y'all, it is, I just got off work. I got off work at 9 o'clock and I just made it into my hotel. And the Lord has downloaded this word to me today. And I knew that I had to record it tonight and release it early tomorrow morning. I'm going to release it at 7:11 tomorrow morning if God's will, if it uploads correctly. This is urgent. I could not rest on this, and I knew that the Lord was telling me to go ahead and release this. So on yesterday, which was Thursday, I was seeing 117 a lot. And I'm like, Lord, why am I seeing 117 so much? And then this morning, I think, or yesterday night, I think last night actually, the Lord had me flip over into my word, into Samuel, and it was Samuel, 1 Samuel 1 and 17. So I knew that was the scripture that he was referring to, and I had wrote down that scripture and some other stuff, and I studied it a little bit, and then I wasn't sure, about the word. And then today, while I was at work, I saw the name Hannah twice. So I knew that was confirmation. And there was so much, there's been so much confirmation going on today. So, all right, the title of welcome back to everybody who is an OG, and welcome for the first time to everybody who is new. My name is Dana Ray, and I'm a prophetic voice sent to lead, guide, and direct you guys on this journey that we are taking, that God is sending us on. Thank you guys for being here, and here we go. So the title of this word is Hannah. God has remembered you. Believe the hype. God has remembered you. Believe the hype. Okay? So this started this morning when I got in an Uber. So I get in this Uber, and no, actually, this started when I left my apartment in the first Uber that I got in. So the first Uber that I got in was a Dodge Caravan. Soon as I saw what vehicle was picking me up, I was like, that song came in my head, Join the Caravan of Love. That's the song that came in my head. God brought it back this evening, tonight at work. So y'all, it's gonna be crazy. So anyway, so then I took the train ride. Everything's cool on the train ride, and then I get to my the train station, and from the train station I usually catch another Uber to work. So when I got in that car, the song by T.I. was playing. You can have whatever you like, shorty, you can have whatever you like. So that was the song that was playing, and I'm like, Lord, here you go. Like, God is telling me this is a time period for everyone who's been obedient, whose season it is. Ask for what you want, because you can have whatever you like. Okay. So that's playing. So then later on today, I see 117. So it reminds me of 1 Samuel 1 and 17. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I know you're speaking on this word. So let's go ahead and read 1 Samuel 17. 1 Samuel 17 says, Go in peace. May the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him. So this is Eli telling Hannah after she has cried out. Like, he's telling her, God has heard your cry. Go in peace. Many of us, many of you have waited. You have obeyed God. You have done everything that you feel like he's told you to do. And it has felt like in these last couple of weeks that there's always something else. He'll tell you, you're ready, sit still, and then he brings something else up, and you like, I gotta do something else. Like, what the heck? So this happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up and I'm reading the word, and I see God first told me to celebrate Passover. So I'm like, okay, Lord, what is Passover? Like, what do you mean celebrate Passover? Because I never celebrated Passover. So I understood that he was telling me to cut out yeast or whatever, like bread and crackers and all of that stuff for 7 days. So Passover started on the 5th. So I'm cutting out bread or whatever from the 5th to the 13th. So I'm like, okay, he had me flip twice into the Bible where 2 sections that said celebrate Passover. So I knew he was telling me to celebrate Passover. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm just getting off the fast, not eating no meat. And now you telling me I can't eat no bread. So now I'm like annoyed, all right? Annoyed. But I'm like, okay, if this is what you say, I'm going to do it. So anyway, I try to go out and get breakfast at one of my favorite places. And while I'm in the first of all, as I'm walking to the place, I see this long line, and I'm like, I'm not finna be able to eat. Like, I know I'm not finna be able to eat. So I asked the lady, I was like, how long is the wait? And she says like 35 minutes. I had a nail appointment after that, so I didn't have time. So I'm like, kind of mad because I'm like, dang, now I can't go and eat at my favorite place. Earlier that morning, I saw God say fast in the Bible too. Like, I saw the word fast and it stuck out to me. So I'm like, okay, I guess you're talking about fasting from yeast, from, for the Passover. Come to find out, no, he's talking about fast yesterday. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, because the day before I only ate one meal because that was my fast day. So this next day I'm planning on eating like normal all day because I hadn't had enough food. So I had not planned to fast. God didn't tell me that he was going to ask me to fast. And then I get up and he's talking about fast, okay? So he blocked me trying to go eat breakfast. And then I'm walking, and I keep seeing 777. And now I'm upset. And I'm like, Lord, I've done everything. Why am I fasting again? Like, why am I not eating? Like, what is going on? Why do I need to? I was mad, y'all. Like, I have not been like annoyed in a long time. Like, mad at God or whatever you guys want to call it. Yeah, I was hot because I was like, bro, like, this is too much. Like, what else can I possibly have to do to like be in right standing and to be in obedience? Like, I'm like, yo, like, this is not even fun anymore. Like, I was real. Like, my heart was done. Like, I was done. I was like, I don't even want to talk to you no more, God. Like, I'm being real with y'all. So now I'm trying to ignore the fact that I think he's telling me to fast, because I'm like, maybe he just mean like don't fast until 12, like eat one meal a day. So then I call myself walking into this other restaurant, trying to go somewhere else before I get my nails done. I walk in there and the menu is like written on chalk on the wall, and the first 3 items are cost $7. 777 again. So now I can't be in disobedience because my heart won't let me. I just can't disobey what God is telling me. So now I'm like teed off. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to get my nails done. Like, I'm just going to go get my nails done and forget it. Like, forget food. Let me just go in here and get some doggone water. Then one of my homegirls texts me, and she's like, you won't believe the total of my groceries at Trader Joe's. It was $7.77. And I'm like, like, hot, y'all. I was mad at her. I was like, well, maybe God is telling you to fast, knowing goodness well God was telling me to fast. And so now I'm like, okay, I'm trying to prepare myself, trying to make my stomach stop growling, trying to get my heart right, because I know, like, if your heart ain't right when you're doing stuff, like, it's not right. Like, it's harder to do when your heart is not in it, if God is telling you to do something. So then I come out or whatever of the nail shop, and I'm waiting at this bus stop, right, for the bus to go and get my eyelashes done. And I'm like, Lord, like, at this point, I'm almost in tears. So I'm like, Lord, I hope that you was just telling me this. I hope that you were just testing my obedience. Like, I hope you just telling me to fast half a day. And I know that when I see 737, he means that I can eat one meal. So I'm like, man, if I see 737 on any of these license plates passing by me while I'm at this bus stop, I'm going to know that you mean that I can eat. Like, I can eat like one meal, like after 3 p.m. So I stood at that bus stop for like 20 minutes, and I finally saw a license tag. No license tag said 777 at all. I saw one license tag that said 737, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, I get to eat one meal. So I was like, Lord, thank you. And I was like, God, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry for being mad at you. I'm sorry for not wanting to talk to you. Like, please, thank you so much for letting me eat one meal today. And then I sit there, and then the bus that was supposed to come never even come. So basically, he had me waiting at this bus stop just to see 737, because he just wanted to know where my heart was. Yeah, my heart went all the way there yesterday like it was supposed to be. But anyway, God is a loving and forgiving God. So that's how I don't even know why I went into that story, but that might be for somebody. I don't even remember why we went there. But that's what happened yesterday. So I ended up fasting yesterday. So then when I fasting for half a day yesterday, and I only ate one meal. So then I really don't know why I just told y'all that story. But anyway, let's move on into Samuel. So I'm going to read about Hannah. And I was telling you guys that I know you guys have kind of like had it with the process. Like you guys, a lot of us are like Hannah. We are crying out at this point. People are looking at us like we're crazy. We are with God, like in our prayer books, in our rooms, with him crying out like, Lord, where is this promise? Lord, like, please grant me this promise, this thing that you have promised me. I have done everything that you told me to do. I feel crazy. I'm out here looking crazy. People looking at me crazy. They think I have no idea what I'm talking about, and you're still like, you're looking at me and like, what is going on? And God is saying, you can have whatever you like. The God of Israel is granting you what you have asked of him. God has remembered you. God has remembered you. Okay, so then after I got out the car, when I was in the Uber on the way to work, I saw the 117, so it reminded me, and then I saw a license tag that said ask. Ask God what you want, because this is the season of answered prayers. Trust me, I have asked God for what I want many, 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 many times before. And it didn't come out like I wanted it to come out. So I'm kind of hesitant. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stop asking and you just going to do what you want to do. But I asked again because I was in obedience to him. Ask God for what you want. Now is the season. Now is the time. All right. So let's go into Samuel. So I'm going to start at 1 Samuel 11. I'm going to start at 1 Samuel 11. And remember, this is Hannah. She has been barren. She is asking God for a child, okay? And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your servant and remember me, and not forget your servant, but will give to your servant a son, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life, and no razor shall touch his head. As she continued praying before the Lord, Eli observed her mouth. Hannah was speaking in her heart. Only her lips moved, and her voice was not heard. Therefore Eli took her to be a drunken woman. And Eli said to her, How long will you go on being drunk? Put your wine away from you. But Hannah answered, No, my lord, I am a woman troubled in spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but I have been pouring out my soul before the Lord. Do not regard your servant as a worthless woman, for all along I have been speaking out of my great anxiety and vexation. Then Eli answered, Go in peace, and the God of Israel grant your petition that you have made to him. And she said, Let your servant find favor in your eyes. Then the woman went her way and ate, and her face was no longer sad. Then the woman went her way and ate, and her face was no longer sad. They rose early in the morning and worshipped before the Lord. Then they went back to their house at Ramah, and Elkanah knew Hannah, his wife, and the Lord remembered her. The next morning, the Lord remembered her. And in due time, Hannah conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Samuel, for she said, I have asked for him from the Lord. As soon as God said that I could eat yesterday, my countenance was no more sad. I did eat. I wept no more. I went my way and ate. Okay? God is saying He has heard your petition. Go in peace. The next morning, Hannah conceived. Okay? Samuel, a gift that was worth the wait, a gift to the earth that was worth everything that she went through. After that, Hannah had multiple kids. She was just spitting them out after that. It was for the glory of God. Her wait was for the glory of God. Your wait is for the glory of God. But your wait is over now. Okay? So, I have had so many confirmations today about everything, about like this really is the season. I've been seeing 222 all over the place. I've been seeing 1111 all over the place. I have seen an email that God's allowed me to see, and the email came at 1110. 1110 in the Strong's Concordance means an acquaintance, and an acquaintance is a person that you have met but you don't know well. A lot of you guys know who your spouse is. You have maybe been in contact with them. Maybe you can see them, but you do not know who they are. This email said, "Don't worry, it's back." This email came at 11:10, which means an acquaintance. God is saying, don't worry. He or she is back. They are back with God, and they are back with you. Okay? Do not worry. He has answered your petition. Do not worry. Okay? And then, so now I'm at work, and I go into the OR. I work in the operating room sometimes. Like I said, I'm an x-ray tech, so sometimes I go in the operating room for cases and stuff like that. I get in the operating room, and the song that's on is the Jackson 5. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Let you go, baby. That song is on. So I know God is talking. I know God, He's speaking through these songs, like how my spouse is feeling and what my spouse is saying right now. And then in the same case, this other song came over. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. God is saying, signed, sealed, delivered. The person is yours. They are here. Okay? They are here. All right? So then, let's see. What else did I see? All right, so then the last thing, just to wrap this up, let's go ahead and wrap this word up. The last thing that happened was at 7:36, I got an email from the clothing company, the clothing store Express. All right, and the quote in that email said, "Believe the hype." For some reason, that just stuck out to me. I'm like, believe the hype? Okay. So then I look up 736. 736 in Hebrew means Orechah, Orechah. So this is when the Dodge Caravan that picked me up comes back around. Like God has been, oh my God, He's been on one today, y'all. So Orechah in Hebrew, which is, like I said, that's what 736 means. It means a traveling company or caravan. Y'all, I cannot make this up. It means a traveling company or caravan. And then I wrote here, I was like, oh my God, a Dodge Caravan picked me up this morning. Whoa. So then I had to look up caravan. Caravan is a group of travelers journeying together for safety in passing through deserts and hostile territory. Let me read that again. A caravan is a group of travelers journeying together for safety in passing through deserts and hostile territory. There are many, many women, many men coming together in this time, 2 by 2, walking into these kingdom marriages. God has sent us prophets to help lead you guys and to to guide you guys, and so that we can all walk into this thing together, so that he can help us to navigate these hostile territories, these territories where the enemy doesn't want us to enter, where the enemy doesn't want success from us. He's created a community to help us navigate these new seasons, these new blessings. We are a caravan. We are journeying together, you guys. You are not alone. Even when you get married and you feel like, God said, keep things quiet, and you feel like you can't tell your family and friends, you still have your community of believers here who are going through very, very similar situations. We are all together in this, okay? So the email came from Express, all right? So now I got to look up Express. Express means to make known the feelings or opinions of oneself, the things that have been hidden, the things that have been quiet from the person that you've been waiting to hear from. They are about to be known. These people are about to express the feelings and opinions that they have been holding inside of them about you. Okay? The other definition of express means traveling at high speed, traveling with few or no stops on the way, being delivered faster than usual. God has set us in place because there is no example in the world of what he's about to do in the lives of these women and men who are walking into these marriages right now. No one has done these things before because God has not done this before. We are about to be traveling at high speed. Prepare yourself. Okay? Few or no stops on the way. God is delivering these promises faster than usual, faster than what the world is used to. It's going to be very imperative that you follow him. Okay? Last part, we're going to talk about the song Caravan of Love. Caravan of Love, y'all. And I told y'all, as soon as I looked at my Lyft or my Uber, whichever one of them that picked me up this morning, and I saw that it was a Dodge Caravan, I was like, every woman, every man, join the caravan of love. That's what I was like. I'm trying to whisper because I'm in a hotel and I don't want them to hear me. I don't want to bother people. But anyway, here's the lyrics to the song. Are you ready for the time of your life? It's time to stand up and fight. Hand in hand, we'll take a caravan to the motherland. Are you ready for the time of your life? It's time to stand up and fight. You're going to have to fight the enemy. When you get in this marriage, you're going to have to fight and stand for what God has promised you. You and your husband, hand in hand. All right? One by one, we're going to stand with the pride. A pride is a pack of people, a pack of lions, I believe. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But a pride is like a pack of animals, some type of animals. One by one, we're going to stand with the pride, one that can't be denied. Stand up, stand up, stand up. From the highest mountain and valley low, we'll join together with hearts of gold. Now the children of the world can see there's a better way for us to be. The place where mankind was born is so neglected and torn apart. God is bringing these marriages together, these unions together, these kingdom families together, so that his children, the children that are coming after us, can see a better way. The world that we're in right now, this is not God's intention for mankind. This is not how he thought of his families to be. This is not his desire. We are not living in it. But God is that's why he is putting these unions together to display his idea for the family. Because our world right now, the song says, is so neglected and torn, so torn apart. Families torn apart. Children confused. That's not God's desire. He is restoring what He intended for families and for the earth. Every woman, every man, join the caravan of love. Everybody take a stand. Join the caravan of love. Are you ready for the time of your life? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the time of your life? Are you ready? Are you ready? Come go with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come go with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Be ready to go. You guys, we are about to go on the ride of our lives. And God does not want you to feel alone. He has sent us, He has called us for such a time as this so that we can walk together hand in hand into these marriages. And for everyone who it is not quite your season, you're going to have an example. God is sending us forward first so that we can pave the way for you to walk behind us, so that we can show you how to do it, so you won't be confused. If you've never seen marriage before, if you've never seen marriage done right before, if you've never seen it done God's way before, we're going before you and we're going to show you how to do it God's way. God is sending people that He can trust. That's why it's important to obey and set those boundaries so that you will not fall into lust before you enter into marriage, because your marriage is supposed to be an example of how to do it the right way. And if you don't, if you fall, then you have altered the ministry that God wants. You aren't that, He can still use you, but you haven't set the standard that He desires. There are people, even right here watching me, that are waiting for you and us to get it right first, so that they'll have some direction to follow. Are you ready? Are you ready? So guys, I hope that this is encouraging. Y'all, I know how hard it is with God. It's not hard no more because He has shown me so much today. He has been speaking so loudly today. And when I'm this can't be. It can't be that serious. That's when He says, what's the title of the word again? Now, what did I say the title of the word was? Believe the hype. When I'm thinking God, come on, here I am, here you go, you doing all this talking. He no, believe the hype, because He been hyping me up today. It has been jaw dropping, and I ain't got nobody that I've been able to share all this stuff that I've seen today that He's been speaking to me today. But y'all, God says believe the hype, believe the hype. He is doing it, and He is doing it right now. I'm not just saying this, y'all. I don't come up here lying. I am not just saying this. This is the season. He is doing it for a lot of you. And for everyone, like I said, if it's not your time right now, be encouraged, because He didn't send you here for no reason. It will be your season, and you will have a blueprint, because we are going to set it for you. I'm excited for you guys. I love you guys. Happy Good Friday. And I'll see you guys the next time God sends me back. Bye.